Gameday experiences for 69,000 fans who make sure every snap and tap leave the home crowd cheering. Lumen, that's who. The trusted network for AI.
Welcome everybody to the Friday doubleheader of NCAA Football 4 Sim Season 2 Week 7. In the first game of the doubleheader, of course, we got the SEC interdivision matchup between the SEC East Georgia Bulldogs, ranked 7th, against the SEC West Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. So we had to breathe a minute there. Had to run my way up there to try to get there in time. But anyways, let's take a look at the rosters before we get started. Of course, you got David Green as the starting quarterback, Tyson Browning and Tony Milton at running back, Jeremy Thomas at fullback, Fred Gibson, Reggie Brown at wideouts, Henry Brock, Marlon Watts at tight ends, Gene Gills leading the offensive line. Just so everybody sees that. The ends, David Pollock and Will Thompson. The tackles, Kedrick Golston, Gerald Anderson. Outside linebackers, Arnold Harrison and Tony Taylor. Middle linebackers, Odell Thurman and Mickey Brown for the injured Derek White. Corners, Ty Stanton and Demarion Minter. At the outside corners, Tim Jennings and Rashawn Lyman as the nickel and dime. For your safety, Sean Jones, Kenny Bailey for your safety. And of course, got to see the Alabama Crimson Tide. You know, everybody loves Bama. Brody Crowell's the quarterback. He is the pocket passer for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Running backs, LaRon McClain and Ray Hudson. Nick Luke is the fullback. Paul McKay is injured, so it's Thurman Ward, that's who number 1 is. Tyrone Glenn, Lewis Garrett, Mark Hooper at wideouts. Greg McLean and Clint Johnston at tight ends. Offensive line led by Justice Smiley and Wesley Britt. There is the rest of the offensive line if you need to see it. Todd Bates and Kyle Tatum are the defensive ends. Albon Childress and Taylor Britt are the D tackles. Outside linebackers, Vince Murray and D'Amico Ryans. Well, Edmund Carson is also out there. Freddie Roach and Corey Shelton are the middle linebackers. Corners, Anthony Madison and Charlie Pepra, with the nickel and dime being Ramsey Robinson and Matt Warren. Mark Gonzalez as the free safety. Chris James is the strong safety. Of course, you got Shannon Hobbs and Bo Freeland for Alabama's special teams. I forgot to take a look at Georgia real quick. Oh yeah, Michael Burke and Lee Jackson for Georgia. So just go back to Alabama. Of course, if you haven't already heard, 3 upsets happened before the start of this broadcast. Rather, before the start of the very first broadcast of the week. That was the big noon kickoff between Miami and West Virginia. And number 1 USC took an L. I'm not even kidding. They lost to Arizona State out of nowhere. Somehow it happened. Don't ask me why. It just happened. It was just the power of the sim gods, you know? I'm just kidding. Yeah, so Alabama doesn't have any alternate uniforms. Neither does Georgia. Okay, I guess we're going in. Tuscaloosa for this SEC intra-division matchup. 4-0 Georgia, 2-0 in conference play, going against Alabama, who is 3-2, 1-1 in conference play. Alabama's losses were to Michigan and Arkansas just last week. So here we go. SEC matchup between East and West. Number 7 Georgia taking on Alabama. 4-0, 3-2. Of course, Georgia's the undefeated team. I believe they started in like the top 15. I would think they were number 13 or 14. I gotta recheck the preseason magazine. They were number 14. So here come the Alabama Crimson Tide onto Bryant-Denny Stadium in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. As always, I'm Tepper Price commentating every single game solo. And there come the Georgia Bulldogs for this very anticipated SEC intra-division matchup. Alabama's the dark horse to win the SEC, but Georgia is a strong contender out of this conference. Only the second highest ranked team in the conference, just behind the Tennessee Volunteers, who are number 6 at the moment. They have to play Auburn later on. That's tomorrow night, and in this week's game of the week. So here we go. Georgia will select, and they lose the toss to Alabama. Alabama will receive. No need to change anything. We just got to go straight to it. Here we go. Looks like Lee Jackson is kicking off to Alabama. And here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to change it in the thing. Okay. Here's the kickoff. Anthony Madison about to return it. And he goes outside before being taken down just short of the 20. Actually, at the 20. I was going to change the sound to none. And here we go. That's the announcer sound. So anyway, game of the week, Alabama's offense. They're the ones that start with the ball. Brody Croyle, he's been okay, not too great. 49 of 102, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 picks so far this season. Not the greatest thing in the world. They're hoping for a big game from him, the Crimson Tide fan, faithful. Brody Croyle goes down already. David Pollock with a nice TFL on the quarterback. Tried a little quiver draw, recognized immediately. Impact players for this game: LeBron McClain at running back. I would say Thurman Ward at wideout. And also Ray Hudson at running back if they need it. Georgia's defense headed by, of course, Mr. David Pollock and Tony Taylor on the linebacker core. 2nd and 12 for the Crimson Tide. Information here, they'll throw out of it. Royal looking over the middle, caught, first down, Bama. Second play goes for a first down. That one was to Tyrone Glenn, and it moves the chains for the Crimson Tide. This team, I think these two went up against each other in 04. I just gotta see what the result of that was, if that was the case. Alabama did not play Georgia. Okay, never mind. So now Croyle goes for his second QB draw of the game. He gets a much better game this time. Looks like 6 yards. 2nd down coming up. Yeah, so Alabama did not play Georgia in 2004. They played in 2003, and they lost by 14 in Athens. That was in real life, but they played each other in sim in week number 7. If I could just take a look at how that went, I would think Bama beat Georgia. And another QB run. Croyle thought he had room, but David Pollock for the 2nd time on this drive as a TFL. So 3rd down comes up for Alabama. I gotta look at week number 7. Oh, that's the week that I completely forgot. Whoops. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I think Alabama won. So here's a locked by Croyle, completes it to the 40. It's Tyrone Glenn again. First down, Bama. What a throw by Brody Croyle. Over to his wideout. First down, Crimson Tide. Woo! Brody Croyle going off right now. First and 10 now for Alabama. 2 minutes already gone by in this drive. Play clock goes to 10. Croyle drops back. Lots of time. Left side. Overthrows his target. That was Glenn again. I think that was his third target of the game. Yeah, Jamel Lewis, 156 yards and a touchdown over Michigan. And Juvenile B took out Nevada. Nevada was undefeated until now. So yeah, let me talk about the upsets. For those of you who haven't heard already. Number 1 USC fell to Arizona State 36-33 in the Coliseum. Yeah, I wish I was joking. That was LeBron McClain who got that handoff. That was the 5'11" junior running back. Yeah. Andrew Walter in Arizona State pulled off an absolute miracle upset over the Trojans. So now we will have a new number 1 heading into next week. Of course, on Sunday, that's when the rankings come out. Second down, Croyle fires. That's complete. Tough catch for Tyrone Glenn. First down, Bama. They're starting off a lot better than they did last week when they played Arkansas in Fayetteville. That was a nightmare of a game, 20-0. Tyrone Glenn has 3 catches in this game. He's got 7 in his career, or his 7 this season. 3 of those came in this game already. Here's McClain on the run. He'll get to the 21. So Alabama in 2004 actually went 6-7. Oh, 6-6. Then they lost to Minnesota in the Music City Bowl. Of course, Georgia went 10-2 in 2004 with an Outback Bowl win. Georgia is coming off a bowl win that was against Iowa State. I gotta remember what bowl game that was. Screen pass for Alabama. That was complete to Lewis Garrett, but that wasn't even close to the first down. And Tim Jennings is shaken up for Georgia. I think that's the slot corner for Georgia. Yep, so Rashawn Lyman will have to take over the nickelback for now. What on earth happened to Harry? Yo, EA Sports? What in the world was that? 3rd and 7. Crow about to throw. Steps up, fires, double coverage. Ooh, incomplete. Tyrone Glenn in the end zone was the targets. Good job defensively by Georgia. Looks like Bailey was out there alongside. That was 11. So Alabama will set up for a field goal. Adam Riggs is the holder. This kick will be from 36 yards. It looks like Justice Smiley is the snapper. Riggs is the holder. And kicking for Alabama is Shannon Hobbs. This is a 36-yard attempt. And he got it right down the middle. And hey, Alabama actually scored. Yeah, so Alabama has a 3-0 lead over Georgia on their opening drive. They took a lot of time off that first quarter, 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 10 seconds, so now Georgia will have to try to answer back. If I had to say, I think Georgia has the better team by far on paper, so they're going to have to make sure they don't screw up anything. Oh yeah, by the way, Alabama's tallest defensive back is 6 foot. I'm just kidding. That's the tallest corner. Actually, it is 6 foot. Yeah, 6 foot or shorter. Or is that Georgia? Nope, that's Alabama. The return was by Gibson. He gets close to the 20. Here comes the Georgia offense. Their tallest receiver is 6'4". That's Fred Gibson. Speaking of Georgia's offense, David Green is 57 for 101 of 101 for 941 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. A lot better than Royal right now. Reggie Brown goes in motion. Here's 1st and 10 for Georgia. I formation for the Bulldogs. Stack of the box is Alabama. Here's a handoff to the fullback. Breaking a tackle. Spin move. Uh-oh. First down, Georgia already. That's the fullback, Jeremy Thomas. And Georgia already moving the chains. For Georgia's offense, as we take a look at that run again, Tyson Browning and Fred Gibson are your impact players for Georgia's offense. Alabama's defense is headed by Ahmad Childress and Freddie Roach in the front 7. Georgia's offense is 3rd in the entire country in terms of total offense. They're hoping to keep that up. 1st and 10 after a nice run by the fullback. I formation now tossed to Tyson Browning. Tries to get outside, but nice play defensively by Alabama. Mark Gonzalez, the true freshman safety, makes a play. 2nd down coming up for Georgia. Of course, David Green was improving pretty much each time. Hopefully, he's hoping that this sim he'll be able to improve from his horrible 2003 season when he threw 21 interceptions. Here's the 2nd down run for Tyson Browning. Nice tackle by Alabama. That was the same guy, Gonzalez. And 3rd down comes up for Georgia. SEC did not represent the BCS championship at the Sugar Bowl last season. They're hoping to at least get one team in there. Because back then, the BCS only accepted 2 teams in the national championship. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Thomas goes in motion, 3rd and 7. Here's David Green, lots of time. Left, going right side to Browning. Can he get the first down? No! Alabama with a big stop. Charlie Pepra with a big tackle, and Georgia has to punt it away. Job well done for the Alabama defense on the opening drive. So 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs. Punting away is Lee Jackson. Back to return is Anthony Madison. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Alabama with a 3-0 lead over the Bulldogs. Good punt. Lots of room for Madison. However, but he muffs it. Has to go back and collect it. And he'll be taken down to 13. Near fatal mistake. Or not fatal mistake. Near cataclysmic error there by Anthony Madison. And he was walloped by Henry Brock, the true freshman tight end. So 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter for the Crimson Tide. And they got 1st down. There's a lot of football to be played, so that 3-0 lead won't hold up for much longer. Here's a drop back by Croyle. Lots of time. Lofter left side, and it's way overthrown. Went for Thurman Ward that time. If you know Alabama football, they had a great offense. Defense was less than desirable. Offense only played well against non-elite SEC teams, I would say. Defense didn't do great. They even lost to Hawaii of all teams. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. Croyle, lots of time. Left side, knocked away. Nice play defensively for Georgia. The bet down was by Rayshon Lyman, going for Thurman Ward that time. So 3rd down and 10 coming up for Alabama. Let's see what they could do on 3rd and 10. Let's see if they can convert. Empty look for Alabama. 4-man defensive front for Georgia. It's a 5-man rush. Oh, and Croyle's going down. Oh, goodness, and that's going to be a 4th down. Sack goes to Will Thompson, his 2nd of the year. Alabama goes 3 and out with negative yards on the drive. So Bo Freeland will have to punt this away. Back to return is Fred Gibson. What a defensive drive response for Georgia. Able to hold them to no 1st downs whatsoever. So here goes the return for Gibson. That's a long punt for Freeland. Take it to the 35, and he'll take it to the 47-yard line. And that will end the first quarter. Alabama has a 3-0 lead over the Georgia Bulldogs, but still a lot of football to be played. So here we go. Georgia with the ball at the 47-yard line, hoping to at least get on the board finally against the Crimson Tide. I formation for Georgia. One receiver on the left side. Here's a counter run. Tyson Browning tries to get a run going and gets 2. Looks like he got to the 49-yard line. 2nd down and 8 coming up. Alabama. That was Todd Bates, the senior defensive end, who got the tackle. Just really good job by Alabama defending the run. That's what they need to do. They don't have a strong run game. Georgia could be in trouble, but they do have a good pass game. That's the big issue. Tyson Browning will go in motion. 2nd and 7. Green, Lofter left side. Overthrows Fred Gibson. That's something you don't see. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't lob that pass for a little bit longer than he did. That's kind of why he was overthrown. Yeah, don't gamble either. So key takeaways for Georgia to beat Alabama. I mean, they have the better team, so they want to dominate this game, have a really good rushing attack like they had at the start of the game, and also make sure your passing attack is not turning the ball over because Alabama can take advantage of those quick. Here's a throw by Green, knocked away. Reggie Brown was the intended target, and I think Charlie Pepper was right there to make the deflection. So how about that? Alabama defense forces a 3 and out. So 4th down. Jackson will have to punt for the 2nd time in this half, thanks to the 3 and out forced by Alabama's defense. Real defensive game right now, but Alabama's opening drive was the only one that lasted in points, and Alabama had a really good drive offensively. That punt will... Oh my goodness! Ooh! Oh, it's going to the end zone. They couldn't pick it up. It's going to be at the 20. Man, tough luck for Georgia's special teams. Unable to come away with the football fast enough. Alabama starts at the 20. Yikes. They have a true freshman quarterback, Adam Riggs, who was the number 2 quarterback in this class, just outside Tuscaloosa. Yep. He could be a huge future good quarterback from Sheffield, Alabama. Could be a big one. Hometown hero for the Crimson Tide. Here's Croy, right side. Oh, complete! 1st down, Alabama at the 39-yard line. That pass going to Lewis. Yep, Lewis Garrett makes a great catch. 1st down, Crimson Tide. 39-yard line for Alabama. Kicking this drive off with a bang. Looks like a... Is that an empty look? It is. Here's the throw by Curl, left side. Caught! Tough catch by Tyrone Glenn, and they're already in Georgia territory again. 1st down to Alabama. Tyrone Glenn again. That's his 4th catch of the game. I mean, he's been really involved in that Alabama offense. And so now he moves the chains once again. 4 catches for Tyrone Glenn. 62 receiving yards, 16 after the catch. Here's a decent look for Alabama. McLean in the backfield now. They throw out of it. Croyle off his back foot. Ooh, knocked away. Almost intercepted. Yeah, if you're Alabama, you do not want to throw that straight to a defender because that could have been taken away right there by Georgia's defense. Thankfully, for Alabama's case, that fell to the ground. Yeah, that's a really good feeling. So here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. I formation for Alabama. And now Garrett will go motion. It's a handoff. McLean has the ball. Decent run to the 44-yard line. Now third down coming up. Looks like 3rd and 5 after the tackle by Thompson. I think LeBron McLean is a decent running back. He isn't the greatest for Alabama, but he is actually a pretty decent runner. If he can at least get like 5 yards per rush on some of these important drives, they could actually have a shot to run this clock as much as they can. Absolutely. 3rd and 5. Croyle back to throw. Lots of time. Right side. Ooh, my. Just out in front of McLean. And 4th down coming up for Alabama. They're going to have to punt this away. Fortunate for Alabama to come up empty-handed that time, but thankfully it's not a turnover. Yeah, if it's not a turnover now, they get to punt this away again. 2nd time in the half. So 5:13 left to go. Alabama will have to kick this away. Fred Gibson back to return. Here's the kick. This might go to the end zone, and it will. It actually goes through the back. To the 20-yard line, Georgia goes to kick off their next drive. So yeah, Georgia 4-0 currently this season with 2 SEC wins, one against South Carolina and the other against LSU. Yeah, but this past season, it was not good at all. I think they finished 8-5 in that season. Here goes Tyson Browning, shut down quickly. How about Mark Gonzalez all over the field of this one? Georgia had to win at the Independence Bowl. They actually finished, 8-5 in that season. And they finished as the number 21 team in the country. But because of so much returning production, they rose all the way up to number 14. And now they're in the top 10. Rick snap, Tyson Browning tries to get outside, breaks the tackle, but not going to get too much out of it. I think he may have gotten to about the 25, so now 3rd down coming up. Oh yeah, by the way, look at that. Maryland beating Clemson by 3 points in Death Valley. Clemson came up so close again. Couldn't quite get it done. So 3rd and 5 for Georgia. Little power I formation for the Bulldogs. Alabama's stack of the box for this 3rd and 5. Option play. Green gets it to Browning. Uh-oh, he fumbles. And Browning's going to go down. Roach with a tackle at the 20. No flags. Georgia has to punt it away again. Remember one of the takeaways, don't gamble. I mean, remember the Big 12 Championship, Oklahoma gambled often and it didn't pay off. Georgia is doing pretty much the same thing. Yeah, don't gamble like that. Don't go 3rd down option with a 3rd and 5 like that. You don't need to do that against Alabama. You got the better team. 3.5 minutes to go. 2nd quarter. Here goes Madison. Uh-oh, to the right side. Midfield. Into Georgia territory out of the gates. So Alabama now set up their next drive at the 48 of Georgia. So now 1st down, Alabama. Oh dear, that is pretty insane. But now 1st and 10 coming up, 3.5 minutes to go in the 1st half. Ace mission for Alabama. McLean in the backfield. And he'll get it on the toss. Ooh, breaks the tackle, goes up the middle. Ooh, he actually turned that into a good game. A little decent game. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, the toss plays don't always work, but if you break the 1st tackle and you make a good move, it could result in a big play. That time, it was just a decent run, but still got some productive yards. 2nd down and 6 for Alabama after a 4-yard run for McLean. And a tight end in motion. I think they want to use it to keep going. McLean goes in motion. Royal. Ooh, and he's going to take that fake pitch upfield And he might have come up a little short of the first down. Looks like it's going to be third down. Yeah, that was a good ball fake by Brody Croyle to at least get some good yardage. And now 3rd and inches, perhaps. Yep, for Alabama. 2 of 5 on third downs for the Crimson Tide. Georgia currently is 0 of 3. Really not good performance at all for the Bulldogs. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. See if they can convert this 3rd and inches, and they will. Nick Luke, the fullback, gets there. First down, Alabama at the 35. Alabama, I'm very sure, went 7-6. They lost to Penn State in a bowl game. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention to that bowl selection. Oh, wow. LaRon McClain just got unloaded upon by Odell Thurman. And 2nd and 10 coming up. Odell Thurman, the 6'1" redshirt junior middle linebacker, makes the play. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Alabama won now with the 2nd and 10. So here we go. Toss play. Uh-oh. McClain breaks a tackle, and he's going to get about 3, maybe. Nope, it is 3 yards. So 3rd and 7 for the 32. How about Keenan Dye? I would say, of the freshman quarterbacks, I think Keenan Dye has been the most impressive. I mean, sure, he wasn't in the top 10. No, not even close. But he has still showed out for Virginia, leading into an undefeated season up to this point. 3rd and 7 now for Alabama. Uh-oh, a little bit of pressure. That is complete, though. First down, Alabama. That's Mark Hooper. That's his first catch of the game. And he moves the chains for the Crimson Tide. First down at the 23. To your point, yeah, I think if you're talking about the most impressive quarterback from that class so far, you got to put Keenan Dye out there as well, like you just said. Big time player there. What are you doing, Ray Hudson? What are you doing, Alabama? Why are you running toss in this situation? Why? You're at the 32 now. That was a 9-yard loss. What is Bama doing? Mike Shula, what is wrong with you? They had a really good start, Alabama did. They got as high as number 11 in the AP poll, and then all of a sudden it crashed and burned. Here's Croyle firing. Ooh, tough catch to make for Hooper. So 3rd and long coming up. Like, they did not even need to do that toss play. It was 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. All you had to do is just, if you were going to hand it off, just hand it off at the middle. You didn't need to toss it. So now you got yourself in a tough situation because, yeah, true freshman and kicker. So here we go. Croyle looking. Oh, he's going deep. Oh, nice deflection by Sean Jones. Great job defensively on Thurman Ward. That was Sean Jones with the bat down. And then it looks like Alabama's going to set up for a field goal again. He's made one already from 37, but this is from 49 yards. This is a tough field goal to make. Adam Rinks, the holder. You could see him throw a pass. Let's see if it happens. 46 seconds to go in the half. Oh, it is a fake. No, he's going to take off. And Rinks will go down. Not even close. They went for a fake, and they weren't even close. There, you really tried running it with Adam Riggs? It seems like a fake field goal. Running the ball doesn't even do anything. Like, it just gives the ball back to Georgia. Or it gives the ball back to the other team. Just like it did right there. You have to throw a pass if you're going to fake a field goal or a punt. So here we go, 1st and 10 for Georgia after the missed opportunity at the fake field goal. Here's David Green, lots of time. Over the middle, completes it. First down Georgia, they call timeout. think that was Brian McClendon coming across the middle who got the catch for 7 yards. 35 seconds to go in the first half for Georgia. A long way to go for the Bulldogs. They want any shot at, either tying the game up or taking the lead. Here goes Green again. Rolling out. Left side. Oh, he's got a loft one. Big catch. No. Gibson on Madison. That was a little overthrown. So 3rd and 3 coming up. 29 seconds remaining. Ball is at the 38-yard line. Here comes 3rd down. Oh, goodness. So here we go. 3rd and 3. Out of the eye now for Georgia. 29 seconds remaining. They're going to hand it off to Jeremy Thomas, and he won't get there. 2-yard gain. Alabama calls their second timeout. They'll get the football back. Seems like they're going to go ahead and run the clock out to get it to the half. Alabama's probably will. But here's the thing. Georgia will receive the second half kickoff. That's the main problem there. Because Alabama elected to receive to start the first half. Here's a 4th down. Ooh, really big punt. For the punter. Oh my goodness, what a punt by Lee Jackson. He has actually been so good at that. It's just the special teamers, other than him, keep on messing with the football. That's why the last one was a touchback. Here you go, 1st and 10 at the 8-yard line. That's where the ball was. Went out of bounds. LeRon McClain. Watch out, he gets 8 yards to the 16. Decent run. He's having a decent first half of the season. 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Not too shabby there, brother. And that will take us to halftime. Alabama leads 3-0 at the end of the first half. Georgia will receive the second half kickoff. What an interesting game defensively. Alabama actually has the advantage in every category. Well, besides the turnover battle, because nobody turned the ball over just yet. They have over double the Georgia's time of possession. Hey, that's why Vanderbilt beat Alabama that one year. Because of that time of possession BS. Good grief. That was an absolute nightmare for Alabama. So here we go. Kickoff for the second half is underway. Here goes Fred Gibson on the return, and he'll be taken down at the 16. Nicely done by the Crimson Tide. Kickoff man, I believe, was Bo Freeland. Looks like Eric Robinson was there to make the tackle. So 1st down, Georgia at the 16-yard line, maybe the 15. Yeah, Georgia has just been playing a little sloppy. Alabama's been shutting down the run, and the passing attack has been very inconsistent. Clinton goes in motion. They got to improve both of those factors if they want to beat this Crimson Tide team the way they should. Green, lofter, left side. Oh, he's got a man, and there you go. Yep, just like we just said. Got to improve that passing game, and just like that, he did. Fred Gibson on a big catch. 1st down, Georgia. It's close to midfield, yes. It's at the 48-yard line. I know they're showing my garbage stats. I know I'm terrible at the game. Here's the option pass. Green is in trouble and he's sacked. Oh no. Todd Bates, the senior defensive end, gets to the quarterback, and it's 2nd down, Georgia on the sack. They tried a little option pass. Unfortunately, they just did not have enough time for David Green to throw a pass because Bates was already right there. 2nd down and 14 off the 4-yard loss. It's at the 44-yard line. Bad situation for Georgia off that sack. Stacking the boxes, Alabama. I formation for the Bulldogs. Gibson will go motion. Second at 14. Handoff goes to Tyson Browning. Can he get something going on the run? It's a decent gain of 6. It looks like he got to midfield, but now third down comes up for Georgia. So it's going to be a 3rd and 8 at midfield for Georgia. It's been an absolute shaky game for Georgia. I mean, the third down efficiency speaks for itself. 0 of 4 right now for the Bulldogs. They're hoping to get one here. Shotgun play. Browning in the backfield alongside Green. McClintock will go motion. Big third down here for Georgia. Here's Green dropping back and he's in trouble. Fires incomplete. Pressure put on by the Alabama defense and Georgia has to punt again. 4th down for the Bulldogs. Very quiet offensive game. However, Alabama's defense really showing out right now against Georgia. They're prepared a lot better than they were against Arkansas, that's for sure. Oh, absolutely. Here is Lee Jackson on the punt. This will be to the end zone. Touchback. Ball's at the 20-yard line with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. How about that Alabama defense? Insane stuff going on for Alabama. Okay, bro. Okay. Here's what I don't get. Someone thought BYU was winning the Big 12. Buddy, do you know who Texas Tech is? Anyways, 1st and 10. Croyle looking short and incomplete. Oh no. Greg McLean, the junior tight end, couldn't make the catch, so 2nd and 10. Croyle tried to throw it underneath to the open man. Unfortunately, he did not catch it. That's not on you, Croyle. I'm not going to lie. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff on you, but that one was not on you. 2nd and 10 for the Crimson Tide. Here's a handoff. LaRon McClain, and he'll get 2 yards. Georgia's defense is prepared a lot better this time around. 8 carries for 29 yards for McClain. Looks like he was 7 carries for 27 yards in that first half. That was his first carry of the half. Went for 2. 3rd and 8, or 3rd and 7 for Alabama, so 3 yards. So 7 for 26. Yep. 3rd and 7 for Alabama. Croyle will throw. Oh, goodness, he's sacked. 2nd time this game. Cedric Golston, the junior D tackle, makes the play. The 6'4 junior D tackle gets to Croyle, and Alabama's got to punt it away again. Oh, yeah. This is an absolute defensive showdown right now between Alabama and Georgia. Georgia is not getting anything going on offense. I mean, any momentum that you have, it's quickly out the door every time they make a big play. That's going to go way out of bounds. That was probably shanked by Freeland. Virginia Tech blew out Rutgers. And Maryland, of course, yep, there it goes again. Maryland beat Clemson. Oh yeah, other 2 upsets. Number 17, Oregon loses on the road to Missouri in a 4-point game. A little sloppy, I would say. But Missouri got the big win after not winning a single Big 12 game last season. And Stanford able to beat Notre Dame as well. Here's David Green on 1st down. And he overthrows his running back. What was that, David Green? Don't be 2003 David Green when you threw 21 interceptions. See what? Yeah, he threw 21 picks. Yeah, or 22 picks. Yep, 23 interceptions, 22 from last season. Here's David Green. Throws on the run, caught. Gibson, 1st down, Georgia. And they're in Alabama territory. Oh, most definitely in Alabama territory now. They're at the 30. So first down Georgia on a nice throw by Green, throwing to Fred Gibson, who has his second catch of the game. Has 49 receiving yards. First and 10, Georgia. High formation for the Bulldogs. They'll throw out of it. David Green. In trouble! He's sacked! My goodness. Good play defensively for the Alabama defense. That one going to Edmund Carson. A 6-foot true freshman linebacker makes a big play. And now second down coming up for Georgia. I think they got a first down on a big play from Gibson earlier in the quarter, and they actually got sacked and it killed all their momentum. Let's see if it will do the same here. 2nd to 13. Handoff goes to Tyson Browning. Trying to go up the right side, and he only gets a very few yards. Third down coming up for Georgia. It's going to be a pretty long way. Tackle was made by Chris James, the strong safety. 3rd and 9 for Georgia. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. So here we go, 3rd and 9 for the Georgia offense. Thomas goes in motion. Makes it a one-back shotgun. Green, quick throw over the middle. Caught, but short. It was caught by the tight end Henry Brock, but a great defensive play by Alabama makes it 4th down. Matt Warren, the dime back, able to make the stop, and Georgia will set up for the field goal. This will be from 40 yards for the Bulldogs. Max Gene Gills is the snapper. DJ Shockley the holder, and Michael Burke is the kicker. Let's see if he can tie this thing up, and he does. For 40 yards out, he ties the game up at 3, and Georgia finally on the board. So there you go, 3-3 ball game. This is your good old classic SEC football. Yep, SEC known for their defense, you know. Oh boy. So here we go. Lee Jackson to kick off again. 2:14 to go in the third quarter. Yep, that's how regular SEC games go. Defense pretty much proving themselves as the better defense winning the game. Here goes Lee Jackson to the kickoff. And that one goes to the right side. Here goes Madison on the return. He's short of the 20, 17-yard line. Big hit. Take it, no fumble. So first down coming up for Alabama. Oh yeah, South Carolina beat LSU. Spoiler. Man, LSU, you guys are frauds. I mean, come on. What are y'all doing? You lost to BYU of all teams. Here we go, first down. Oh no! David Pollock, his first sack of the game. He has his third tackle for loss. Oh no. No, no, no. No, 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 Mark Sanders, or who was that? Von Ewing? Yeah, that was probably Von Ewing. What is going on with you? 2nd to 14 because of the sack. Option play. Royal pitch. Oh, it's shut down by Georgia. Good play defensively. As McClain goes out of bounds for a loss. 3rd and long for Alabama. Georgia's defense coming out to play now. Oh yeah, and McClain going out of bounds stops the clock. So it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Crimson Tide at the 7. Here goes Croyle back to throw in the end zone. He lofts one to the right side, and he overthrows the running back. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty funny. Okay, well, 4th down and 20. Looks like it. And 4th and 20. Bo Freeland will have to punt it away to Fred Gibson again. He's got to punt this with everything he's got. And he does. Oh, he muffed it! Oh, that was a blessing for Alabama. Yeah, it was. Oh, Fred Gibson. Why are people muffing punts today? Stop taking these punts on the run. It never works. It barely ever works, doesn't it? It really doesn't. It really doesn't. 1st and 10 for Georgia, the 45-yard line. Minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Looks like an I formation for the Bulldogs. Toss goes to Tyson Browning, goes up the middle, and he gets shut down. Nice defense there by Corey Shelton, the true freshman, middle linebacker for the Crimson Tide. 2nd down, it looks like 8. Yep, Stanford dominated Notre Dame at South Bend, by the way. 30-14. Stanford is 4-1. Yeah, Stanford. They're not usually good at this game. Here's 2nd down. Green over the middle. Oh my goodness. Reggie Brown just let that go off his hands. It's 3rd down, Georgia. Oh, he dropped it. Yep, he sure did. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? 1-yard gain. Georgia's 0-6 on 3rd down. Alabama's 4th 10. So 3rd and 9 coming up for Georgia. They have yet to make a 1st down. McClinton goes in motion. 4-man rush or 5-man rush. Here's a throw to Green. Oh my goodness! He does it again. Oh. It was holding anyway. Mark Richt is absolutely furious. Dennis Rowland committed to hold. And that pass was intended. I think that was Fred Gibson. And Georgia has to punt this away. Yo. Can people stop dropping the ball? Dude, everyone is dropping the ball. Everyone's got butterfingers in Tuscaloosa. What is going on? Seems like they got tar in their hands in Tuscaloosa. What? 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 What are you talking about? What does that even mean? 49 seconds onto the 3rd quarter. I just said that. 1st and 10, 49 seconds left. Oh man, Mango in motion. Jennings, I believe, defending. Play fake to McLean. Croyle, ooh, hit under pressure, but still got the throw off. It's gonna be holding. Yep. It is holding. Oh, and guess who it was? Oh, never mind. It was Wesley Britt. Oh, Wesley Britt, yeah. One of the better offensive linemen for Alabama. That throw was still overthrown, but yeah, holding pushes the Tide back to the 20-yard line. First down now and 20. Fullback Luke goes in motion. McLean in backfield. Penalties are absolutely brutal right now. Yeah, especially these holding penalties. Here goes LeBron McLean trying to get a run going. He gets 3 to about the 23-yard line. David Pollock with the tackle. 2nd and 17 for Alabama. I mean, part of me wants to see Alabama lose, but since this is like early to mid 2000s Alabama, I kind of want to see them win. At least not Georgia out of there. Every time I see Georgia, they always do good. I don't know why, but they always do. Here's Croyle now on 2nd down. Oh! Thurman Ward almost made a catch in double coverage. Good play by the outside corner. That was Eric Robinson who was defending. No, sorry. Excuse me, that was Rayshawn Lyman and Ty Stanton out there in coverage. So 3rd and long coming up for Alabama. Empty look for the Crimson Tide. McLean stays back to block. Here goes Croyle, throws it under the middle. Caught, but not even close. That will take us to the 4th quarter. That was caught by Lewis Garrett. Yeah, but that will take us to the end of the 3rd. Georgia still behind, or no, it's a tied ball game, 3-3. At the end of the 3rd quarter, Georgia will get the ball back to start the 4th. That is on the punt. Yep, that's the good old SEC football I know. Yeah, I know, right? So there we go, 4th down. There's the punt, 16-yard line taken. Reggie Brown, or no, Frank Gibson to the 27-yard line. So 1st down, Georgia. At the 27, here we go, 1st down for the Bulldogs in hopes of taking the lead here against the Crimson Tide here in Tuscaloosa. Looks like a 4-3 defense for Alabama. A little power eye for Georgia. I think that was Joe Reynolds in motion. That was the backup fullback. Option play. Oh, shut down by Alabama's defense. Nice play. Yeah, that was a really good play defensively. That was Emmett Carson. Just great job with the play rep. Yeah, the high play rate coming in handy, isn't it? 2nd down and 9 for Georgia. Another power eye. For the Bulldogs. Handoff goes to Tyson Browning. Tries to go right side, doesn't get too much. He goes to the 30, and that will be 3rd and 7, perhaps. There is the upset for USC getting beat at home by Arizona State. Arizona State scored 3 points on Oregon State, but then they beat USC. The difference between watching a sim game versus simming a sim game is absolutely insane. 3rd and 7 for Georgia. Green fires right side. Oh, it's picked off! That was the first takeaway of the ball game, and it goes to Chris James, the 6', 5th-year senior, strong safety, and Alabama's got this ball near the midfield. First takeaway of the ball game. First takeaway of the game. Oh, Alabama's got a real golden opportunity here now. Hooper goes in motion, empty look, trips on the left side. And it's going to be a draw for Croyle. He's got some room. Oh, don't get stuck on the block. Oh, he's got a great run. It's going to Georgia territory. Looks like he got stopped at the 47. Pretty good run there for Brody Croyle. 2nd and 2, perhaps, for Alabama. Yep, 8-yard run. That was a good run for Brody Croyle. Now, 2nd and 2 with 5.5 minutes to go in the game. In regulation, should we say. Really good play for Alabama to start their drive after the turnover. Croyle looking, one-on-one coverage. He's got the catch, the Thurman Ward. Catch made by Ward with a good throw on the face catch. From Croyle to Ward. 1st down, Alabama. That was a face catch. That was a really tough catch to make because Ty Blanton was right there covering him. And it's 1st down, Crimson Tide, just like that. They're not quite field goal range. This was the exact same yardage they were at, but they faked the field goal. So they want to get a lot closer than that. This is Clint Johnston in motion. Drop back for Croyle. Lots of time. Left side. Ooh, nice deflection by Georgia. Batted away by Tony Taylor. Tony Taylor with a nice deflection for Georgia, making sure that pass isn't completed. 2nd and 10 for Alabama. 4:55 to go in the ball game, or in regulation. Gotta get something going here, especially on the run. Not gonna do it there. McClain gets stuffed. That might have been the safety. That might have been. Yep, it was Sean Jones who got there. Now 3rd down and 9 for Alabama at the 31-yard line. They were going to try that field goal with Shannon Hobbs, were they? No. I don't think he has the power. I don't think he has the strength to be able to get that up there. D-line goes to the right. Oh, and Croyle in trouble! He is sacked again. It's Golston for the 2nd time in this game. And it's 4th down Alabama. And Croyle's back out there. They're going to go for it. Tough situation there. That was a really tough thing to get for Alabama. Now they got to get this 4th down conversion. Otherwise, Georgia gets the football back. 4 minutes to go in regulation. Croyle dropping back. Lots of time. Lauren deep. He has a man. Oh, what a deflection by Georgia. Went for LaRon McClain. Ball is incomplete. Georgia football. 35-yard line. Georgia now has a shot at taking the lead. 3:57 to go in the 4th. I hope we don't have to go to overtime. That would throw everything off. Oh, QB draw. There's going to be run for David Green. He's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Freddie Roach was right there. David Green tried to run for it, but yeah, he got taken down pretty quickly. And yes, it was Mr. Freddie Roach who got him down. Not a great start for the drive for Georgia after forcing a failed 4th down conversion. 3.5 minutes to go in the quarter. 2nd and 11. Jeremy Thomas going to motion. Here goes Tyson Browning on the outside. Breaks the tackle. Uh-oh! Tyson Browning shakes a man. Oh, and he steps out of bounds. 1st down Georgia in their in-Bama territory. What a run for Tyson Browning. That's easily his best run of the game. Oh. What a run that was by Tyson Browning. That went for, drive summary, 25 yards. Oh, that was 100% his best run. He's been shut down all game long, and now he gets a big run to help Georgia here in the final 3.5 minutes. Option play for David Green. Pitch goes to Jeremy Thomas, the fullback. He's going to get a few yards. Alabama trying to hang on, at least force Georgia into a kicking situation, but Georgia wants the end zone. Georgia wants the end zone. Stop. Alright, 2nd down and 6. Handoff goes to Thomas again, the fullback. He's only going to get a yard. Good play defensively for Alabama, and now 3rd down for Georgia. This is a big 3rd down. Bulldogs unable to get a 1st down on 3rd down all game long. This will be a huge opportunity to do so. Here in the 4th quarter, 2.5 minutes left. Georgia is 0 of 8 on 3rd down conversions in this game. 3rd and 5. Green looking right side. Knocked down. It was underthrown. Oh no. A bad underthrow, and 4th down is coming up for Georgia. What will they do here? David Green's on the field. They're going for it as well. Alabama have attempted 2 4th downs, didn't convert any. One on a fake field goal, one on a regular 4th down conversion attempt. Tyson Brown going to motion. 2:25 to go, 4th and 5. Blitz coming, picked up well. David Green, lofter, knocked away. What a deflection. Mark Gonzalez with an absolutely outstanding play. And Alabama's will get the ball back again. Ball looks like it's at the 35, maybe at the 34-yard line. Out to the 36-yard line. 2:21 to go. That's plenty of time. It is plenty of time. Here we go. First and 10. Robinson goes to motion. Here's the drop back for Brody Crow. Lots of time. Right side. Completes it to Garrett, but shut down by Minter. Shut down by the outside corner to Mario Minter. Man. Louisville dominating USF as well. I think that was the team I took control of in Season 1. I think you may have seen that already, but yeah, that was the team I took control of. Second to 10. Ooh, Croy will take off. Can he get a decent gain? He does. Looks like 4 yards, and now 3rd and 6 for Alabama. Time is still ticking. Minute and a half left. They still got to get this 3rd down and 6. They want to keep this drive going to potentially take the lead and potentially upset Georgia. Here we go, 3rd and 6. Minute 25 to go. They'll drop back. Lots of time for Croyle. Right side. Incomplete. Broken up. DeMario Minter with a nice coverage on Lewis Garrett. 1:21 to go. They'll punt this away to Georgia. Good defense by the Bulldogs. And now the Crimson Tide will punt it away. For the 4th time, maybe the 5th or 6th time for Alabama. Gibson will have to get this return again. Don't catch this on the run. Just stand there and catch it and take off. Oh, he won't have to because that's going to the end zone. Touchback. Minute 14 to go in the 4th quarter. Can Georgia find a way to get to the end zone, potentially take the lead, and survive in Tuscaloosa? Or can Alabama hold this team and maybe get an upset? Let's see what happens here in this final minute 14. Let's see what they do here. Here's David Green, right side. Caught by Reggie Brown. 1st down, Georgia. Nice catch by Reggie Brown. Taken down by Charlie Peppra. Moves the chains. Clock now starting to run. They got to hurry up and try to get something going. It's at the 35-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts still. 6 of 16 for 83 yards and an interception for David Green. Starting to find his stride here. Here's Green. Over the middle. Caught! 1st down, Georgia at midfield. And now they call timeout. Who caught that pass? I was just checking. What's that? Oh, that was the tight end Brock. Yep, Henry Brock, the 6'3" freshman tight end, makes the catch. 1st and 10, Georgia, 46 seconds left. Green. Lofter. Oh, it's dropped. McClintock had it, but lost it. So it stops the clock at 43 seconds. And now 2nd and 10 for Georgia. This is going to come down to the final minute. If Georgia can score or not. So here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. 43 seconds remaining. What else can happen here? Trips on the right side of the line. Empty look as Browning goes in motion. Green, quick throw left side. Dropped again. Fred Gibson let it go off his hands. 3rd and 10 now with 40 seconds left. The big plays are where it's got to happen for Georgia or Alabama. This stalemate's going to be broken anyhow. Third and 10. And they're in I formation. What are you doing? Oh, they are thrown out of it. Green. Oh, in trouble. He's going to be sacked. Freddie Roach gets a big sack. 36 seconds left. Alabama calls timeout. And with 36 seconds remaining, Georgia's going to have to punt this away. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. 7th punt of the game for Lee Jackson. Oh, no. Lee Jackson just shanked it. Or did that bounce out of bounds after it landed? Oh, my goodness. He better hope it did. Oh, looks like it did. Yep. 21-yard line is where he's at. Players of the game, Charlie Pepra, 6 tackles, forced fumble, 8 tackles, 3 for loss, and a sack for David Pollock. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. First down to 21, 30 seconds to go. Croyle in trouble, looking. Oh, he's going left, intercepted. Oh, no! It's a pick 6. 21 seconds left. Oh, my goodness. Croyle made a mistake in the final seconds. And Ty Blanton returns it for a touchdown. Oh, no! Brody Croyle made a critical mistake. And it might have just cost him the game. Oh, no! 21 seconds left. The first touchdown comes at the end. And now extra point by Michael Burke is good. 21 seconds, 10-3, Georgia leads. They have been tied all second half. And it comes to 21 seconds that Georgia takes their first lead of the game. You know what? Yeah, this game does not deserve a player of the game. Honestly. Okay. I said the Oregon State-Arizona State game didn't deserve a player of the game. This game was even worse. No standout players. It was just sloppy offenses all game long that Ty Blanton comes in and gets a pick 6. Here goes Anthony Madison on the return to the 20. 18 seconds left. Brody Croyle is going to have to lock in if he wants to send this game to overtime. He cannot have that kind of interception again. Croyle was just dancing around the pocket. Then he just threw an improvised pass. And all of a sudden, this game is a 10-3 ball game for Georgia. Oh, no. First and 10. Drop back for Croyle. Lots of time. Going deep. Left side. Oh, wow. 11 seconds remaining. Had Tyrone Glenn, but he got hit and the ball came out. Incomplete pass, so second and 10. It's at the 21-yard line. I mean, they nearly had a big catch there. Croyle locked in one, incomplete, went for third and board that time. 7 seconds remaining. A&M defeated Texas Tech 40-28, and Washington State blew out Arizona 30-13 down there in the Pac-10. Yeah, so South Carolina beat LSU. We still got an Auburn-Tennessee game to get to, but later on tonight, Iowa State taking on Oklahoma. Yeah, Big 12 showdown. Croyle lofting one. After dropping back, flag comes in, 1 second left. It's holding on Alabama. So it's going to come down to 4th and 10. They're going to have to just hope that someone can get free. This is the last play of the game. Yep, clock is stopped. 1 second remaining. So here we go. This is the final play of the game. Can Alabama tie this thing, or is Georgia going to hang on? Croyle. In trouble! That's it! 3rd sack of the game for Kendrick Golston, and that is going to do it. Georgia stays undefeated. What a cataclysmic ending. What a very anticlimactic ending in this football game. Third sack of the game for Catcher Golston. It's a hat trick of sacks for him, and Alabama once again in heartbreak. Georgia wins this game 10-3 in a very big defensive showdown that compiled a total of 287 yards. 10-28 for 117 and an interception for Royal. Run game was sloppy. Tyron Glenn, 4 catches, 62 yards. Interception by Chris James. 1 of 1 on kicks for Shannon Hobbs. 6 punts for Bo Freeland. My goodness, 50 yards almost per punt. And then for David Green, 7-19 for 98 yards and interception in his own rights. Run game was a little better, I would say. Not much for the receiving game, of course. And 3 sacks for Golston. Interception by Ty Stanton. That went for an interception return for a touchdown. And yeah, that's it. I don't think I should give anybody a player of the game because, yeah, that was pretty ugly. So no player of the game this time around. But, hey, maybe we'll have some in the next game. Speaking of the next game, Iowa State taking on Oklahoma in a little Big 12 showdown at 8/7 Central on YouTube, of course. This is Tevin Price saying, I will see you then.